I'm in Valley Park, Missouri today. It was once known as Meramec Station. It started as a summer resort area along the Meramec River for wealthy St. Louisans who were trying to escape the summer heat. In the 1880s, it became a railroad town full of railroad workers. By 1907, its population grew to 3,500 residents. The popularity of the town would end in 1915 when there was a historic flood. It wiped out businesses, it stopped development, and its population dropped 500 people and continued to decline until Valley Park was never what it once was. Even the resorts eventually closed. All this happened, some people say, because of a ghost story that's more than 100 years old. On January 17th, 1894, John Buckner, a 23-year-old black resident of Valley Park, Missouri, was lynched by a mob. The story goes that the previous day, the young man had been accused of assaulting two women. He was arrested and taken to the jail in nearby Manchester, Missouri. He was to be transported the next day to the county seat in Clayton, Missouri. However, he didn't make that. A mob came and grabbed him and marched him back to Valley Park and hung him on the old bridge. They say that old bridge is now the new bridge, which is Highway 141 that crosses the Meramec River. The original bridge was destroyed by the 1915 flood. And they say John Buckner haunts that bridge as well as the banks of the Meramec River. People claim to see him and hear him. And people say his lynching is the reason why Valley Park became cursed with all the flooding. Today, in the area where this all happened, it's now a little park, and over that way is a trail called the Arnold Grove Trailhead. There was a request to put a memorial to John Buckner up there to help his spirit rest in peace, but the city of Valley Park rejected it because they claim the lynching didn't happen on their side of the river. They say it happened across the river. When you go back to 1894, the news accounts are so confusing and conflicting. Who knows what really happened? Some accounts said it was a mob of 150 people. Some say it was a mob of 25. Some say he assaulted 2 women. Some say 3 women. And then some say the young man had a prior record and served time in the Missouri State Penitentiary. However, I checked the archives and there is no record of a John Buckner serving time for an assault. I'm thinking an innocent young man was lynched that day. There was no investigation of the lynching. No one was arrested or prosecuted. And in fact, some accounts even say that Mr. Buckner committed suicide by hanging himself on the bridge. But what I'm here today to find out if Mr. Buckner is indeed still here and he's not at rest. Are you here, John Buckner? I heard about your story. I believe you were an innocent man. Many believe you were an innocent man. Can you talk into my camera? My name's Shannon. People claim they see you along this riverbank. Can you show yourself? Did you place a curse on Valley Park? Are you here, John Buckner? Can you come speak to me? I won't hurt you. I believe you. I believe you were innocent and murdered that day. I'd love to know the true story. People say they see your spirit here, walking along this riverbank. Look at the butterflies or moths. I don't know what that siren is. Did anybody try to help you? Can you show yourself? So many people claim they've seen you. Can I see you? Step in front of my camera. If you tell me your story, I can tell other people. And maybe they'll put up that memorial and your spirit will find some peace. Would you like that memorial? It was so wrong for anyone to be lynched, especially before they had a trial. Even if your trial would have been fair. It's a terrible thing what happened to you. Can you come close to, can you come close to this machine? It won't hurt you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That way I know you're here. Can you stop, please? Are you John Buckner? I think that's a yes. Oh, I've also got my peerless mattress. Don't know. Can you stop, please? To make sure, if you're John Buckner, touch that machine or come near it to make a sound. Oh. Bang. Bang. Hi, John. I'm Shannon. Can you stop, please, so I can ask you more questions? Were you the young man who was hung from the bridge? I'm thinking that's a yes. Do you haunt here? Were you innocent? Yeah, I believe you were innocent. Would you like that memorial placed? They want to put up a memorial in your honor. There's a whole bunch of people believe you were innocent. Yes. All kinds of people today. It's 2024. And there's no more legal lynchings that happen. Isn't that good news? I know it's been a long time. I'd like to see your spirit rest. Would you like to rest? Would you rather stay here and haunt? You would. Did you curse Valley Park, Meramec Station? Did you cause the flooding? You did. It seems like you have a lot to say. You can also talk into this machine. I don't know. Grow. Whoa, what was that? Was that you? It sounded like something big fell. If that was you, can you make that noise again? So I know it just wasn't something falling from one of these trees. So did you stop Valley Park from growing? Was that your revenge? To make people move away? People who lied? Oh. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Would you like to cross over to the other side? Victory. Does cursing the town, does that make you feel like you were victorious? I guess so. Well, it's an honor to meet you, Mr. Buckner. Can you talk into this camera too so I can hear your voice? Can you say my name? My name is Shannon. You won't be able to hear it now, but I'll hear it later. You sure like the REM-POD. Are you standing next to me? Are you right beside me? Jake. Yes, some accounts called him Jack. Is there a Jake here, or are you trying to say Jack? Did some people call you Jack? Hi, Jack. Ten. I don't know what that means. Violent on the perilous. Yes, what they did to you was very violent. Can you say your name so I know you're here? Do you have a message for any of your loved ones? Oh, somebody's trying to talk. I may be able to understand this later, so say whatever you want. Sounds like it is. It sounds like a young man. Are you 23 years old? Do you like those herbs? Those are an offering. Whiskey. Do you wish I would have brought some whiskey? Touch the machine if you do. Maybe I'll come back and bring some whiskey. And that's a cigarette for you. That's to honor you. Spot. Yeah, I'll come back to this spot if you're going to be here. Might be a while. Is there anything else you'd like for me to bring? Is there any way I can help you? Bank. Did you have money? Oh, are you talking about the river bank, maybe? I don't know what that means. Oh. Are you up here on the riverbank? Or maybe behind me? I hope my camera can see you. Well, it was wonderful speaking with you. If you do want to cross over to the other side, all you have to do is go into that light. Spirits tell me there's peace in the light. I'm 2.5 miles south of where Mr. Buckner was hanged on the Old Wagon Bridge. After they let his body sit there for several hours, or I guess hang there for several hours, his uncle came and the coroner helped take him down, and his body was brought here. This cemetery, established in 1889, has 34 known memorials. And it's also known as the Buckner Family Cemetery. And 10 Buckners are laid to rest here, including John. Currently, the site is abandoned, and it's just an open space. But what used to sit here was an old Baptist meeting place. And since this is a black cemetery, I'm assuming that it was a black meeting place, probably used as a church. And this was actually a church graveyard. I thought I'd come, knowing that Mr. Buckner is buried here, to pay my respects. Are you here, John Buckner? The young man who was hanged, wrongfully hanged. They say you're still at the bridge. If I could get back there. This tree kind of is blocking the path. Is the Buckner family here? Wow, this is pretty cool. I'm assuming there are no markers left. They were probably wooden markers. If you want to talk to me, all you have to do is speak inside this camera. I won't be able to hear you now, but I'll hear you later. Is your body buried here? Is it under my feet? Looks like there's like a hole back here. Can you talk to me? Looks like there's an old stone wall, maybe. Did this wall circle the cemetery at one time? Oh, maybe it's just a dirt hill. Who's buried in here? My equipment kind of went crazy. I was trying to turn on the perilous and it won't come on. And then my camera did something really weird, so I restarted it. Was that you? Holding these herbs in my hand that I'm going to sprinkle, and it feels like there's like an electric shock going through my hand. Is there someone here? You know, like that light shock that you get when you touch a socket? I think I feel you. Ooh, did the perilous find ink? Or the bars? Well, I brought some herbs. I wanted to leave those for John and anybody who might need them, or for everybody in the cemetery to enjoy. I hope that they bring you peace. And I wanted to express how terrible that day in 1894 was, and how sorry I am that happened. I hope you're resting peacefully. I'm not here to disturb you. Just wanted to visit in a respectful way and see how you were doing. And if anybody did want to talk to me or show themselves, I'd like that too. Well, I thank you. Ooh, I heard a noise over here. I saw some squirrels though. Was your church here? Were you a Baptist? These trees could talk. Again, I thank you. You can't come home with me. You can go into the light if you haven't already. They say there's peace in the light. And that's what I wish you. Goodbye.